wish I worked at that PWSP. I wish I worked at that PWSP. Go through that magical door on the second floor and see the relationship managers we all adore. I wish I worked at that PWSP. I wish I worked at that PWSP. Whether you're working at Grant or water processing plant, you know they'll get you to where you need to go. That's right.
Hi guys, and welcome back to the Cristo Rey podcast. My name is Liam, and today I am joined by my other host,
Diary,
Vivian,
and we are also joined by the PWSP crew.
Hi everyone, it's Miss Sprayberry.
Hello everybody, this is Mr. Holt.
Hey, it's Miss Greenlee.
Hello, it's Miss Miller.
Hi, it's Miss Muchler.
Okay, without further ado, would you mind telling us what PWSP does every year and how it's changed slightly this year for Miss Sprayberry specifically?
All right, Cougars, at this point, you have had lots of different experiences with work study. So just to give you a quick lowdown, I am serving this year as our Director of Operations. And that means that I oversee the work study team. We collaborate all together. We still each have our own roster of businesses where you were placed at draft day. So each of these relationship managers in our office manages their own list. So specifically, for example, if you are placed at Ohio Health, I will be your relationship manager. Even though I'm the director, I will still be managing partners. Miss Miller, if you want to tell us a couple of your partners, that would be great.
For sure. Thank you, Miss Burberry. So yeah, I'm still managing the partners that I managed last year, along with some new partners this year. So I work with Central Ohio Transit Authority, also known as CODA, Franklin County Engineers, Ohio Treasurer of State, Wendy's, White Castle, and quite a few more.
In work study, I am one of our relationship managers. I have been with Cristo Rey since January of 2021. I worked as our remote room coordinator and am now one of the relationship managers on the team. Some of the business partners that I work with are a lot of our nonprofits and a lot of our school partners. So I work with Mid-Ohio Food Collective, with Goodwill, with Big Brothers Big Sisters, and with St. Mary Magdalene, St. Mary German Village, and a few other partners like Germain and NetJets, which are not nonprofits, but are other companies that I work with.
This is Miss Greenlee, and this year I'm continuing to work with the majority of our state and local agencies, which is really exciting. Financial services like Lazier Capital and Huntington National Bank, some Catholic organizations like the Catholic Diocese of Columbus, and also some of our creative organizations like the Lincoln Theater.
Hi, it's Miss Muchler. I'm still working with a lot of our original partners like Mount Carmel and Ohio Police and Fire Pension Fund and Nationwide, as well as some of our new partners and our legal partners. So that's one of my focuses is our law firms and legal departments. It's going to be an awesome year.
Hey guys, it's Cesar. Since I'm the only podcast host not in this interview, I have to do all the PSAs this week. That will be fun. Anyways, let's start with this message from Ms. Johar.
Hello, Cristo Rey Columbus. This is Mrs. Johar, your resident social studies teacher and labor movement enthusiast. I'm delighted to speak with you a bit about the national holiday coming up on Monday, Labor Day. To set the scene, let's think about what the labor movement is and how it was born. Back in the 1700s and 1800s, the Industrial Revolution ushered in a period of global transition. People stopped making everything by hand as machines were invented that could do the work faster. Factories popped up across Europe and industry spread to the rest of the world, including to the United States. Without legal protections for workers in place, working conditions in factories were dangerous, the hours were long, and pay was low. Workers banded together, formed unions, and organized strikes and other collective action to bargain with their employers for better wages, working conditions, and less time working, and to convince the government to pass laws protecting workers. They showed that there is truly strength in numbers. Labor Day was declared a national holiday by President Grover Cleveland in 1894 in response to the Pullman strike, a nationwide protest that resulted in better federal laws protecting workers. Since then, then, the labor movement has continued to fight for dignity for workers. Labor organizers played a key role in the civil rights movement. They organized the March on Washington, where Dr. King gave his I Have a Dream speech in 1963. Cesar Chavez and Dolores Huerta led a movement to unionize farm workers in California, giving a voice to many undocumented Mexican-born laborers who had been mistreated by landowners for decades. The heart of the labor movement is dignity, and the Catholic Church recognizes its importance by highlighting the dignity of work and the rights of workers as one of the 7 themes of Catholic social teaching. Workers are human beings who deserve to be treated well. Fighting for fair wages and good working conditions, and fighting against income inequality and corporate greed is something that I think most people can get behind. To celebrate Labor Day, first and foremost, enjoy the day off. Time away from work was something that labor organizers fought hard for, and they're still fighting for. Happy Labor Day!
So what drove you guys to Cristo Rey and made you guys want to work for PWSP and be on this team?
Yeah, totally. I can start because I think I have a little bit of a different experience. I started as a student at Cristo Rey. I attended and graduated in 2019. So I went through the work study program as a student. And it was actually my favorite part of being a student at Cristo Rey. I feel like I got a lot of very important skills that helped me grow my confidence and also helped me figure out what I wanted to do. And it ended up serving me very well through college and when I was looking for internships. It's just something that I always kept in the back of my mind. And I had also had an interest in working in education. I just wasn't sure in what way that looked like. So whenever the job opened up at Cristo Rey, I really jumped at the opportunity to come back to this family. And it's been an amazing experience. I really love working with all of you students. Building relationships with you is my favorite part, as well as building relationships with your supervisors. So it's been a great experience and I really love being back.
If you know me, you have heard me tell this story a few times, but to those freshmen who are still getting to know me, I came to Cristo Rey because of my mom, actually. I have a background in education. I love working with high school students. And in 2019, I was having a really hard time finding a teaching job. And so my mom, who worked in the admissions department at the time, was like, you know what, there's an opening in work study, and I think you'd really like this job. You should at least apply for it. And I was like, you don't know me, Mom. You don't know what I'm good at. You don't know what I'd like. And then I got an interview with Miss Muchler, and it just became my favorite job I think I've ever had. This will be my 7th school year. And I just love coming back every year and seeing so many wonderful students join our Cristo Rey family.
I was a supervisor prior to coming to Cristo Rey. So I supervised a Cristo Rey student at my previous job, which is how I learned about Cristo Rey. And I thought that the school was totally amazing. And I was really impressed with the student that I worked with. And so I applied to work here at Cristo Rey, and that was 7.5 years ago. So I have never looked back, and I just really enjoy coaching students. I enjoy helping give you all the tools to be successful at work. I think this is such an awesome opportunity to get this real life work experience, and it's such an absolute pleasure to be a part of your experience in work study.
I came to Cristo Rey because it offered a great combination of getting to still work with the business world and also to be able to coach, work with students, etc. So Cristo Rey offered a great opportunity to be able to do that in an environment with awesome students and great support and great business partners that we work with.
I'm really happy to be at Cristo Rey because I love working with students and helping them find what they really liked to do, and hopefully helping them find a career interest that will be something that they pursue for a long time. I was a lawyer before I came here, and I was sometimes unhappy in practicing law. And so it's been really great to be here with you to help you walk down that path of career discovery. I wish I would have had something like this when I was growing up.
Hey guys, it's Cesar again. Back to School Night will be happening on Thursday, September 4th from 6 to 8. This is a great opportunity for your parents to meet your teachers and have any questions about the new school year answered. Additionally, Ms. Grassinger will be there for a special session about the college application and enrollment process. Don't let your parents miss it.
One thing that I'm really curious about is how does a normal day of PWSP in the office looks like?
There is no normal day diary. Every day is different in work study, and that's what makes it so fun to work in our office.
There's also lots of snacks. If you are a cougar who's stopped by, you know that we are a snacky team. But something that I really love during work study in our office, especially after work starts, after Labor Day, is we are constantly fielding phone calls from supervisors, making sure your transportation gets there on time, making sure students are getting to their work placements on time, and making sure that you guys are feeling really successful doing follow-ups with students. But I'll let Miss Greenlee and Miss Miller share a little bit more about what student coaching looks like on days where we are not focused on students at their actual jobs, but students who are in the building with us.
So something that you guys probably remember from last year is that I was always on you guys about completing your time cards. They're super important. And I know that I probably sound a little crazy always being on you about them, but they're a great way for us to see the types of things that you're doing at work. And also we get a lot of feedback from your supervisors. So sometimes we'll get feedback from supervisors if the student has an area that they need a bit of coaching on. So sometimes we'll use the school day to connect directly with the student and talk about what's going on, how can we better support you so that you feel successful at work and have the things that you need to do a good job. Students will also often come to our office and visit us to talk about things about work, or say, hey, I'm struggling with this. Do you have any tips or do you have any advice on how I can improve? Or how can I better connect with my supervisor? And that's what we're here for. And we love whenever you guys stop by to come see us and talk about those things. So we're often using the school day when you're here with us to connect with you and provide some one-on-one time, since we don't have an actual classroom time with you. So that's a bit what student coaching looks like during the day.
I can talk about what we do to support our partners on the flip side of that. So, of course, we always support our students, but we also have to think about our business partners and supervisors. So, during the workday, we spend a lot of time making sure that we are communicating with our partners, that they're in the loop about school events, exciting things like draft day, that we are reading through those time card feedback submissions, that we're hosting meetings with them. So we have virtual roundtables is what we call them, where we invite all of our supervisors to join us on a Teams call and talk about what their students are working on. So we have a lot of balls in the air during the day between supporting our students, our supervisors, and just making sure that our program is running smoothly.
Hey guys, it's Cesar again. Not only does work start this week, but also office hours. What are office hours? I'm glad you asked, Cesar too. Office hours is a time after school from 3:15 to 3:50 where at least one teacher from every subject area will be available each day to give you extra academic support. Your peers from National Honor Society will also be there for any additional help. If you're struggling in any class or you just want a quiet space to keep up with your work, office hours is the right place to be. A detailed schedule of each teacher are holding office hours each day is posted around the school. Go Cougars!
Alright, so I heard that summer business training for freshmen is very different this year compared to years in the past.
Alrighty, so this year we did Summer Success Institute, which was a very wonderful change to summer business training. We combined Summer Bridge, which is 8 days, used to be 8 days in July, and we combined it with summer business training to incorporate academics into our summer training. So our incoming freshmen and transfer students, instead of just receiving work study curriculum and professional development, also received academic support in both reading and math. And so it really helped prepare our students for both work and also to be successful in the classroom.
But don't worry, Cougars, we kept some of your favorite things. Speed chatting, for example. We still want to make sure our students feel really comfortable and confident talking to adults and getting that practice. So we kept that. We also wanted to make sure to keep the influence that our positive impact mentors have on our freshmen and transfer students. Our pause mentors are an integral part of our student population, and we wanted to make sure that we kept their influence high and front of mind. And we also made sure that we kept some of your favorite classes that you said were so helpful. We take your surveys into account, especially our rising sophomores. If you put in your survey, you told us what you remembered most from summer business training, we wanted to make sure that we captured that and kept those really impactful and effective classes.
Will say, I'm just want to jump in and add something I'm really excited about that we kept this year and also revamped is our tech time. In your surveys last year, a lot of you mentioned that tech time and learning Microsoft and having tech skills was really important to you and helped you at your job, and or that you wish that you had more of it. We really made sure that we used your feedback from your survey and implemented that for our upcoming freshmen to make sure they get those tech skills. So that's something else that we did.
Hey guys, it's Cesar again. We just heard about the changes to summer business training. Summer Success Institute. But are you wondering what the new experiences was actually like? Here are a couple of freshmen to tell us.
Hi, I'm Faith.
I'm Willie.
And we did Summer Success Institute. It was really fun. We did a lot of classes just preparing us for not only school, but like our internships and preparing to like communicate with adults and stuff like that.
My personal experience at SSI was really fun. I got to learn the school, the layout, and learn how classes were going to be.
Yeah, I think they did a really good job prepping us and showing us around, seeing what everything would be like. My favorite part would probably be the Q&As with not only the upperclassmen, but the supervisors. I think I got a lot of good information from them.
And my personal experience, I think my favorite was math or English, because those were the classes where I had new faces to recognize and to compare and like contrast like other classes. Thank you for listening.
So what is some advice that you would give to some of the freshmen or even just some of the upperclassmen about like how to approach their new jobs that they received and how to go into their first week and days at work?
Advice that I would give to all of you starting your first week of work is to have an open mind. No matter what you're doing, you're contributing something important for any of these companies or businesses. And no matter what you're doing, there are always skills that you can learn that you'll be able to use in other jobs or other areas. So no matter what you're doing, even if it's not your ideal placement, you're still gaining valuable skills that will help you as you move forward in your educational and employment journey.
My personal favorite is dress to impress. You're making sure your professionalism is high through your uniform and etc. First impressions are huge. You might be at a new job. You might be going back to an old job. Regardless, you want to make sure that your first impression is great and you feel really great about yourself and how your appearance is. So remember that professionalism is showing respect for yourself and others, and that starts with dressing to impress.
My piece of advice is to keep an open mind and have a growth mindset. So come to work on your first day with the most positive, open-minded attitude that you can possibly have. Remember that what you put into your work study experience is what you get out of it. So if you go into your day and you say, I'm going to learn as much as I can and do my very best, I promise you that you will have a positive work study experience.
I would love to build off of what Miss Miller just advised to you as freshmen. This is going to be your first working experience, and you guys are really young. So I just want to let you know that your supervisor understands and maybe even expects that you're going to have a lot to learn, and they understand this is your first experience. So just go into your first job, giving yourself that same grace, along with that strong willingness to grow and maximize your experience. So be patient, have an open mind. It's a journey even for adults to figure out what they want to do. But this is an amazing opportunity for you guys as your first stepping stone to figuring out that process for yourself. So we're really excited for you. Remember all your tools that you learned during SSI, and it's all going to be okay. And come talk to your relationship manager if you have questions or if you have a concern. We're always here for you.
And I'll just add one more thing. It's okay to be nervous, and I would expect that you would be nervous with going to your job for the first time, and that is also okay. It's very normal, and just rely on your preparation You've learned everything that you need to know to be successful in your first month at work. And so you are prepared and ready to go into that workplace and do a fantastic job.
And just as a point of reference, if you have any questions or concerns at work, the PWSP office is on the second floor and you can go there any time of day.
Hey guys, it's Cesar again. August 19th was draft day where we found out what our job placements are. I was there live recording the reactions as they happened. Here we are in homeroom waiting to go over to the library.
So, what is your name and grade level?
And I'm a sophomore. Sydney, and I'm a sophomore.
How do you feel about draft day?
I'm pretty excited. Yeah, I'm pretty excited to do the job I get.
What type of jobs did you get last year?
I worked at the Free Store, but then I switched to Huntington Bank. I worked at United Preparatory East Academy, and I liked it there.
What is your favorite memories from work last year?
My favorite memory was when I helped the teachers out with passing out papers to kindergartners. Probably meeting like new people and making like new connections.
Tyrone, what's here?
So how do you feel about draft day?
Yeah, I'm nervous as usual, scared about my job placement.
Did you have the same job before?
I've been at the library for the past 2 years. I loved it.
How did you feel about your freshman year?
It was great. Nationwide, I loved it. I definitely would have went back to that too. I love Nationwide. They have me in different departments every week. So I'll be like construction, marketing.
Fun fact, Tyrone was interviewed on draft day his freshman year too. Here's Tyrone in 2022.
Hey, I'm Tyrone. I'm a freshman. I just found out I got placed at Nationwide.
Awesome. I'm Brian Paquette. Tyrone, we're excited to have you and the whole team at Nationwide.
I'm excited to be here, and I'm ready to work.
All right, let's go back to 2025. Any advice you can give to freshmen or sophomores or juniors?
Be confident when you're talking to your supervisor. Look them in the eyes and give a firm handshake. I feel like that, starting off, is always a great way to let your supervisor know that, like, it's not like a sense of fear, but like it's like a sense of respect when you do that. And always try your hardest at work, no matter how you feel. Always be uplifting, smile on your face, and yeah, work hard.
After all the anticipation, we headed over to the library for the ceremony where all was revealed.
It is now my honor to say that the Cristo Rey Columbus Draft Day for 2025 is officially open! Dorcas is a partner returning to their second year. Please welcome Advanced Drainage System. Joining the Advanced Drainage System teams are...
Once we found out what our job placements were, we sat down with our supervisors for a meet and greet.
Hello Cougars, I just found out I have the Buckeye Ranch and I'm really excited to work here this year. And here's my supervisor.
Hi, I'm Simon Sweet, VP of IT. We're so excited to be doing this year. It's our first year, and so we're going to learn the ropes and make this a great experience for everybody. We're a mental health organization for children that's been doing this in Ohio for over 60 years, and this is our first year with Cristo Rey. We're super excited.
Hey, it's Amir again, and I just found out that I'm working at Beecher Hill, and I just met my supervisors, and I'm pretty excited.
This is Terrell, and we're looking forward to having all of you guys in our offices for the year. It should be a lot of fun. So, you know, each and every one of these students come with a different personality, a different temperament. So, as far as our approach, we're going to look to see how we can kind of break through a little bit, maybe get to know these people in a different way, our clients, our partners. And hopefully by the end of the year, everyone has taken something from our business that will help propel them towards a good future.
Hey, it's Sydney again. I found out I'm working at the James, and I'm really excited to work today.
Hi there, my name is Heidi. I'm a supervisor at the James, and we are excited to have a brand new bunch of students with us to be able to help them develop their interpersonal skills and really take a personal spin on some of our guest experiences.
Hey, it's Tyrone again. I'm super excited about my work study placement. I'm here with my supervisor, Mackenzie from COSI.
Hi, my name's Mackenzie. I'm Director of Volunteer Experiences at COSI. We are super excited to be a partner yet again for the Cristo Rey students, and we're really excited to kick off the year with our placements.
All in all, it was an exciting day. I'll be back in a moment to talk about the final steps in starting work. But for now, let's go back to the show.
So I want to ask one question, is because everybody has a life outside of, you know, Cristo Rey and PWSP. So what do you guys like to do, like in your free time, for the freshmen and everybody else to know a little bit more about you?
As some of you know, I have two young kids. I have a 3-year-old and an almost 1-year-old. So they keep me and my husband very, very busy. My 3-year-old just started preschool. So that's been really fun, spending the summer getting her ready for preschool, and just enjoying time with my family. I also really enjoy reading. So you can come up and ask me what I am currently reading. I usually have a book on rotation.
Outside of work, I coach the wrestling team at Cristo Rey, as well as coach the throwers for the track and field team, and also coach the esports team. When I'm not at work, I enjoy hanging out with my family and my friends, along with my 2 dogs and 2 cats. I'm a big fan of professional wrestling, and I also collect Pokemon cards.
I'm a super crafty person. I really love picking up new crafting hobbies. I love portrait photography and film photography. I also love to run, and I like to boulder, which is like rock climbing. So yeah, I'm either outside or I'm with my friends doing a craft. I also have one cat named Appa. So if I have any Avatar fans out there, come get a picture of my cat.
Similar to Miss Greenlee, I love to craft. I have a craft cart at home. I'm not always great at crafts, but it is a really fun way for me to decompress after work. And so I like to do punch needling. I'm learning to cross stitch. I also spend time with my dog, who's 1 year old. Her name is Juno, and she is a little bit wild. So we're working on training her. I love being outdoors too in the sunshine and just relaxing after a long day.
Well, I will add to this as well. I have 2 cats, 2 dogs, 2 kids, but only one husband. I love to run. I love to be outside, no matter how that takes place. I like to walk. I like to run. I like to hike. I like to swim. Yeah, I love to watch movies. I like to read books. Just all that stuff.
Hey guys, it's Cesar. One last time to talk about the final steps in preparing for the first day of work. This Tuesday was worksite orientation. At the beginning of the day, all students reported to a classroom with every member of this year's work team. Some were upperclassmen who have worked at this site before. Some were upperclassmen who have worked at different jobs last year. Some were freshmen who had never worked anywhere before. Regardless, everyone on the team worked together to do some research on the company or organization they will be working with. Before long, all students headed off to their work site, some by walking, some by cab, and some by bus. Once we got to our destination, we went through a brief orientation for our jobs this year before returning to school. Worksite orientation is an important step in getting comfortable for our first day of work next week. I hope your worksite orientation helps you feel ready to start strong. Good luck to everybody next week, and you got this.
Miss Muchler, you have forgotten to talk about how your sons are going off to college.
Yeah, so my 2 kids are twins, and they graduated from high school in May, and they are both in college now. I dropped them off last week.
Wait, what college? That's so cool.
Thanks, Vivian. One is going to the Ohio State University main campus, and the other one is going to Miami University. So go Red Hawks and go Bucks.
What's funny about that is my 2 cousins who are sisters went to those exact colleges.
That is
For 2
a funny coincidence.
Yeah. It's really cool to like hear about like the side of you guys that like we normally don't see. Like, oh my gosh, Miss Greenlee, I did not know you had a cat named Appa. I love Avatar so much.
I have a really mushy picture of him on my desk board, so you guys should come in and
Wait, I have to
come in
come
and check
see
it out.
that.
He has like a perfect heart nose. It's so adorable.
Aw.
Come check it out.
Yeah, I will.
Crazy cat ladies assemble.
Yes.
Or maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm the one crazy cat lady. I'm okay with that though.
No, honestly, I would love to be a crazy cat lady later. I want to have like a bunch of cats.
No, me too. And then I would give them cute names like Appa too. Like, oh my gosh.
I have 3 cats as it stands. I want more.
See, I want to
Love
be
that
like
we're
We have
all
Leo.
like
like
a silly cat podcast now.
I want to be just like Leo.
You can
Sorry,
never have
Mr.
enough
Corrigan.
cats, ever.
The
No,
podcast
we
is
got a lot
only
of cat
about
ladies.
cats now. It's only about cats.
Chris Ray
Meow.
Podcats.
Cats.
Cats rule.
Yeah, sorry, Mr. Corrigan. I'm stealing all your podcast kids for a new cat-related podcast.
So thank you to everyone at PWSP for being with us, and thank you, Cougars, for listening. And we'll see you next time on the Cristo Rey podcast.
Bye.
Bye.
See you later, cool cats and kittens.
Oh my gosh, I want cats now.
Meow, 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 meow.
Hello everyone, it's Sarah with a final message. We hope you enjoyed this episode of the Cristo Rey podcast, but unfortunately, we'd like to take a moment now to address something serious with the following statement from the Diocese of Columbus. Along with Bishop Earl K. Fernandez, we are saddened by the horrific shooting that transpired on August 27th at the Annunciation Church in the Archdiocese of St. Paul and Minneapolis. We join our Catholic brothers and sisters in prayer for the victims, their families, and for the first responders. May God the Father, the author of life, grant comfort during this difficult time.